Hello students. So today we are going to study chapter number 11, that is editing data in a spreadsheet. So this is the part 2 of chapter number 11. Now let's have a look of the topics. The first topic is editing cell contents. As I discussed yesterday about editing, we can perform editing in any spreadsheet that we have. Now we can do it using two methods. First method is overwriting and second method is partial modification. Means editing can be done in two ways, using overwriting method and partial modification. So let's have a look of overwriting first. How to edit any worksheet using overwriting method. First method here is overwriting. To overwrite or to edit any cell content using overwriting, first open a new worksheet. After that, activate the cell that you want to edit. And now type the new data. The previous data will be replaced with the new data. Okay, now what you have to do, you just have to activate the cell in which you have to edit. After activating, you can start typing. Now the previous data will be replaced from the new data. So this is the meaning of overwriting and the method to overwrite any data in Excel sheet. Now the second method is partial modification. In previous method, we completely replaced the data, complete data, the whole data. But now in partial modification, we are not going to replace the complete data. If we have to modify only a tiny part of the data or smaller fraction of data, then we use partial modification method. Then how to do it? So let's see the steps. First, select the cell and click on the formula bar. After that, bring the cursor where you want to insert or delete characters. So actually what we have to do in partial modification. In partial modification, suppose we have written or typed any spreadsheet, any data, then either we have to remove something from the data or we have to add something to the previously available data. So this is called as partial modification. Then in second step, bring the cursor where you want to insert or delete characters. Okay. Now make modification by inserting new characters or deleting the existing ones. Now press the enter key. The previous data will be modified. So this is called as partial modification. Now the second method of partial modification is just by using the F2 key. First select the cell and press F2 key. Now the cursor will be placed at the end of the cell content. So just by pressing the F2 key, the cursor will start blinking after the data that is entered in the cell. Okay, now we can use arrow keys. Use the arrow keys and on the keyboard move the cursor through the cell contents. So let the cursor go where we want to change the content. We have to either add the content or we have to delete the content. So we can do it just by pressing the arrow keys on the keyboard. Now removing data from a cell. We can either remove the data. There are two ways. Either we can remove the data from the cell or we can remove the data with the formatting effects. So first have a look removing data only. Press the backspace key or delete key. So just by using the backspace and delete key, we can remove the data from any cell. The second method of removing data is Right click on the cell and select clear contents option. Just by using this method, we can also remove the data from the cell. Now removing data and formatting. For example, we have written something in Excel sheet, then we can also apply formatting effects, means we can provide the color of the data, we can place alignment of data and so many formatting effects. So just by removing the data, the formatting effects does not disappear. To remove the formatting and data also, we can use the following options. First, select the cell. After that, click on the clear button in the editing group on the home tab. We have to go to the home tab in the editing group and we can use clear button. Here we have to use clear all option. So just by using these steps, we can remove data and formatting also from the sheet. Now entering formulas. As I have discussed earlier about the formulas, that what is a formula? Formula is the combination of cell references, arithmetic operators, some parentheses also. So there are two kinds of formulas that we can enter in Excel sheet. First is basic formula. For example, you can see equal to B5 plus B6 plus B7 plus B8 plus B9. This is a simple or basic formula. We can also use compound formula, in which we can use multiple arithmetic operators. We can use multiple values. For example, you can see here this formula is written compound formula SI equal to P into R into T upon 100. So actually this is the formula to calculate simple interest in mathematics. Okay, so we can also apply this formula in Excel. So what to do? We can save or type principal amount P in any cell. We can type or save rate of interest, and similarly we can save time period in any specific cell. Then to use this formula or calculate simple interest in Excel, we have to use the cell reference where these data has been stored. For example, P is stored in C5, R in C6 and T in C7. Then these are the cell references and we have to write only cell references in the formula in Excel sheet. Now equal to C5 multiplied C6 multiplied C7 divided by 100 will give us the simple interest in MS Excel. Okay, so in simple formula or basic formula, we just use only one operator, arithmetic operator, and we can use the terms in sequence. Means this is a simple calculation, just adding the contents from B5 to B9. Okay, now using functions. So what are functions? First we must know about the functions. So as we have discussed about formulas, we have to write the formulas ourselves. Okay, either we have to use cell references, arithmetic operators, parentheses, etc., etc. We have to write the calculation ourselves. But in case of functions, we can do it easily without writing a complicated formula. We can do it easily just by using functions. So what is function? First have a look. Here function are pre-designed formulas to perform simple and complex calculations. Okay, so functions are not written by us, these are the pre-designed by the Excel, and these functions are used to perform simple and complicated complex calculations also. We can perform both types of calculations using functions. So each and every function has any specific structure that we have to remember while writing any function. So let's have a look. The structure of function. The structure of function will be like this. Here first we have equal to symbol, after that function name, after that bracket, and argument 1, argument 2, argument 3 and bracket close. So we have to use an equal to symbol first of all, then we have to write function name, then use parenthesis, use brackets, and after that arguments. So this we have to remember while writing the function. For example, we have different functions here and different functions perform different tasks. For example, here we have first function, that is sum. Now the second function, average function, and next is max function, and next is minimum min function. There are other functions also which perform different operations. So in our next video we will discuss each and every function in detail, the working of the functions. So first I discuss the first function, that is sum function. As the name implies, the meaning of sum is to add or to total. For example, we have to add some values as we applied in our simple formula. We have to add from values from B5 to B10. Then what we have to do while writing a formula? Then we can write from B5 to B6, B10. Okay, we can write equal to, as we can write equal to B5 plus B6 up to, and we can write B10. Okay, if we have to add the values from B5 to B10. So this is the method of using formula. But in case of function, how can we perform it? We can do it with the help of function like this. Use sum function, and after that we can write equal to symbol, after that sum, start bracket, and then first cell reference, because we have to add from B5, then use colon, after that use the last cell reference where the data is stored. So now this is the working of sum function. This function, sum function, will work like this and will add the values from B5 to B10. This is the same as writing the formula equal to B5 plus B6 plus up to B10. Okay, this is the equivalent. Now in this way we can use sum function. And to use average function, as the name implies, average in mathematics, as we calculate average equal to the total number of values, total divided by number of observations. So what we have to do, if we are writing any formula, then first we have to use the sum, we have to add all the values, after that we have to divide. But in case of average function, what can we do? We can calculate average using average function like this. Suppose we have to calculate average from B5 to B10. Okay, B5 to B10. Then we can write equal to average and B5, after that colon, and B10. Okay, in this way we can calculate average. The values from B5 to B10 first will be added, and after that divided by the values from B5 to B10, means total number of values. Now this average function will calculate the average. Okay, now the working of max function. A max function calculate the maximum value from the given data. For example, we have marks from B5 to B10 in different subjects. Then we can use max function to calculate the maximum value from B5 to B10. the maximum value will be reflected just by using the enter key. The answer will be reflected here. Okay, as we press the enter key, the same time the result will be displayed. The maximum value will be displayed from the given range from B5 to B10. Okay, in the same way we can use min function to find the minimum value. Write equal to, write min, after that write range B5 colon B10, then the value will be reflected just by pressing the enter key. Okay, so this is the method to use different functions. We can use Excel sheet to perform all these calculations.